Welcome to Pastor Andrew's Inspirations. Today we are talking about the biblical city of Ashdod. Ashdod is the sixth largest city and the largest port in Israel, accounting for 60% of the country's imported goods. Ashdod is located in the southern district of the country, on the Mediterranean coast, where it is situated between Tel Aviv to the north 20 miles away and Ashkelon to the south 12 miles away. Jerusalem is 33 miles to the east. The city is also an important regional industrial center. Modern Ashdod covers the territory of two ancient twin towns, one inland and one on the coast, which were for most of their history two separate entities, connected by close ties with each other. The first documented urban settlement at Ashdod dates to the Canaanite culture of the 17th century. Ashdod is mentioned 13 times in the Bible. During its pre-1956 history, the city was settled by Philistines, Israelites, and Greek colonists coming in the wake of Alexander's conquest. Romans and Byzantines, Arabs, Crusaders, and Ottoman Turks. Modern Ashdod was established in 1956 on the sand hills near the site of the ancient town, and incorporated as a city in 1968, with a land area of approximately 23 square miles. Being a planned city, expansion followed a main development plan, which facilitated traffic and prevented air pollution in the residential areas, despite population growth. According to the Israel Central Bureau of Statistics, Ashdod had a population of 224,628 in 2018, with an area of 18.2 square miles. Ashdod today is home to the largest Moroccan Jewish community in Israel, the largest Karete Jewish community in Israel, and the largest Georgian Jewish community in the world. 3 stone tools dating from the Neolithic era were discovered, but no other evidence of a Stone Age settlement in Ashdod was found, suggesting that the tools were deposited there in a later period. There are biblical episodes referring to Ashdod. Upon Joshua's conquest of the Promised Land, Ashdod was allotted to the tribe of Judah in the book of Joshua, chapter 15, verse 46. In 1 Samuel chapter 6, verse 17, Ashdod is mentioned among the principal Philistine cities. After capturing the Ark of the Covenant from the Israelites, the Philistines took it to Ashdod and placed it in the temple of Dagon. The next morning, Dagon was found prostrate before the ark. On being restored to his place, he was on the following morning again found prostrate and broken. The people of Ashdod were smitten with boils. A plague of mice was sent over the land in 1 Samuel chapter 6, verse 5. According to the Bible, during the 10th century, Ashdod became, along with all the kingdom of Philistia, a patronage area of the kingdom of Israel under the control of King David. The capture of the city by King Uzziah of Judah shortly after 815 BCE is mentioned within 2 Chronicles chapter 26, verse 6, and in the book of Zechariah, chapter 9, verse 6, speaking of the false Jews. In the book of Nehemiah, chapter 13, verses 23 and 24, some 5th century BCE residents of Jerusalem are said to have married women from Ashdod. And half the children of these unions were reportedly unable to understand Hebrew. Instead, they spoke the language of Ashdod. In the New Testament, the 1st century CE book of Acts refers to Azotus as the place in which Philip the evangelist reappeared after he converted the Ethiopian eunuch to Christianity. Philip reached the gospel throughout the area until he reached Caesarea, about 55.9 miles to the north. The modern city of Ashdod was built outside the historic settlement site, on Virgin Islands. The development followed a main development plan. The planners divided the city into 17 neighborhoods. Of 10,000 people each. Wide avenues between the neighborhoods make traffic flow relatively freely inside the city. Each neighborhood has access to its own commercial center, urban park, and health and education infrastructure. The original plan also called for a business and administrative center, built in the mid-1990s, when the city population grew rapidly, more than doubling in 10 years. 3 industrial zones were placed adjacent to the port in the northern part of the city, taking into account the prevailing southern winds which take air pollution away from the city. The plan had its problems, however, including asymmetric growth of upscale and poorer neighborhoods and the long-time lack of main business and administrative centers. In 2012, a plan to build an industrial zone on part of the Ashdod sand dune was approved. The plan calls for a high-tech industrial park, events halls, and coffee shops to be built adjacent to the train station. It covers 0.2 square miles, including built-up space, with the rest of the area being preserved as a nature reserve. In addition, the Port of Ashdod is undergoing a massive expansion program. The Ashdod Nitzanim Sand Dune Nature Reserve is a 12-mile stretch of sand dunes on the southern outskirts of Ashdod. Ashdod has a Mediterranean climate with hot summers, pleasant spring and fall, and cool rainy winters. As a seaside town, the humidity tends to be high many times year-round, and rain occurs mainly from November to March. In winter, temperatures seldom drop below 41 Fahrenheit, and are more likely to be in the range of 50 to 59 Fahrenheit, while in summer, the average is 81. The average annual rainfall is 20 inches. Ashdod is one of the most important industrial centers in Israel. All industrial activities in the city are located in northern areas such as the port area, the northern industrial zone, and around the Lachish River. The port of Ashdod is the largest port in Israel, handling about 60% of Israel's port cargo. It was mainly upgraded in recent years and will be able to provide berths for Panamax ships. Various shipping companies' offices are also located in the port area, which also is home to an Eshkol A power station and coal terminal. The Northern Industrial Zone is located on Highway 41 and includes various industry, including an oil refinery, which is one of only two in the country. The heavy industry zone located south of the Lachis River was once the main industrial center in Ashdod. Recently, however, leisure facilities have moved into the area. There is still some industry here, however, such as a Teva pharmaceutical industries plant, construction components producer Astrom, and Solbar, a soybean oil producer. Ashdod is also home to Elta, a part of Israel Aircraft Industries, where radar equipment, electronic warfare systems, and ELINT are developed. Historically, each neighborhood of Ashdod had its own commercial center. In 1990, however, when the mall shopping culture developed in Israel, the main commercial activity in Ashdod moved to malls. The first mall to open in Ashdod was the Forum Center in the industrial zone. Restaurants, bars, nightclubs were opened in the area. Today, the Forum Center is mainly used for offices. Lev Ashdod Mall, which opened in 1993, has been enlarged and upgraded since then. Ashdod Mall, billed at the time as the city's largest shopping mall, has also been redesigned since its opening in 1995. City Mall Ashdod was opened in a combined building with the Central Bus Station in 1996, following the examples of the Tel Aviv Central Bus Station and the Jerusalem Central Bus Station. The C Mall, a three-story mall near the government offices, has a climbing wall and movie theater. Star Center doubled in size in 2007. In 2013, Ashdod had 500 schools employing 3,500 teachers. The student population was 55,000. The city's education budget was $164,363,870 Canadian dollars. Lycée Francis Gouvet Washington, a French international high school, is in Givat, Washington, in proximity to Ashdod. Assuda Ashdod Medical Center is Ashdod's only general hospital. Serves the city and the surrounding area. It is a 300-bed hospital, and its bomb shelter design with thick concrete walls offers sufficient protection so as to keep operating without having to transfer patients during time of war. It is also a university hospital affiliated with Ben Gurion University in Negev. The hospital opened in 2017. Prior to the opening of the hospital, Ashdod did not have a general hospital, and residents in need of hospitalization had to travel to Kaplan Medical Center in Rehovot or Barzilai Medical Center in Ashkelon. There are public and private clinics operating in the city. A special clinic run by Hatzalah operates at times when all other clinics in the city are closed. Ashdod is located on the historic Via Maurice. Highway 4 was developed following this route along the southern seashore of Israel. It serves as the main connection to the north, towards the Tel Aviv metropolitan area, and to the south towards Ashkelon. Adullam Junction was planned as the main entrance to the city from the east. Ashdod Interchange was opened in 2009. The interchange continues the freeway section of Highway 4, further south. by removing the traffic light at this junction and also adding grade separation with the railway. The other main road in the area is Highway 41, which has served the city from the start of its modern history. This road runs from west to east towards Gadara, and it is the main transport link to the port of Ashdod and the industrial zones and connects to Highway 4 with an interchange. In late 2012, Ashdod won an $86,507,300 grant from the Israeli Transport Ministry to improve public transportation and decrease private car use. According to the municipality's plans, a 20-kilometer ring of road arteries will be given priority in public transportation. These arteries will carry 4 bus rapid transit lines. Buses will also be given priority at traffic lights. Electronic devices will allow a bus to signal its approach, causing the light to turn green. In addition, an electric-powered bicycle rental network will be set up, and 14 miles of bicycle paths will be paved in the city. The passenger railway connection to Ashdod opened in 1992, after the renovation of the historical railway to Egypt. Ashdod Railway Station is on Israel Railway's Binyamin Netanya Tel Aviv Ashkelon line and is located near Adullam Junction. The station was upgraded in 2003 when a new terminal building was built. The station building is modern, but proper road access to it was only organized in September of 2008, when a new road to the station was opened. Port of Ashdod has its own railway spur line as well as a special terminal for potash, brought from the Sodom area and exported abroad. The new central bus station opened in 1996. It serves as the terminus both for inter- and intracity lines. The central bus station is attached to the city mall. Intercity bus lines connect the city with most population centers in central and southern Israel. The Egged Tobera company has been operating urban buses in Ashdod since 2007. In addition, a Shari taxi service exists in Ashdod, operated by Monio Har. Most shared taxi lines coincide with intracity bus lines. There is a passenger pier in the port of Ashdod. The traffic at this gateway is constantly growing, especially due to cruise ship activities. The other sea gateway is Blue Marina. According to the Israeli Central Bureau of Statistics, Ashdod had a population of about 224,628 at the end of 2018, making it the 6th largest city in Israel. The annual population growth rate is 2.6%, and the ratio of women to men is 1,046 to 1,000. The population age distribution was recorded as 19.7% being under the age of 10, 15.7% from the age of 10 to 19, 14.9% from 20 to 29, and 19.1% from 30 to 64, with 11.3% who are 65 or older. The population of Ashdod is significantly younger than the Israeli average because of the large number of young couples living in the city. The city is ranked between low in socio-economic grading with a rating of 4 out of 10. 56.1% of 12th grade students in Ashdod were eligible for matriculation certificates in 2000. Ashdod has seen much of its growth as the result of absorption of immigrants. The first settlers were Jewish immigrants from Morocco and Egypt. In the 1960s, Ashdod accepted a large number of immigrants from Romania, followed by a large number from Georgia, then part of the Soviet Union in the 1970s. More than 60,000 Russian Jewish from the former Soviet Union who immigrated to Israel in the 1990s following the collapse of the Soviet Union settled in Ashdod. Recent demographic figures suggest that about 32% of the city's population are new immigrants, 85% of whom are originally from the former Soviet Union. During the 1990s, the city absorbed a large number of Beta Israel immigrants from Ethiopia, and in more recent years, Ashdod absorbed a large number of immigrants from the United States, United Kingdom, France, Argentina, and South Africa. Ashdod also receives a significant amount of internal migration, especially from the Gush Dan region. Over 95% of Ashdod's population of Jewish, over 30% of whom are religiously observant. Despite this, the city is generally secular, although most of the non-Jewish population is a result of mixed marriages. About 100 families are affiliated with the Pittsburgh Hasidic group, established here in 1969 by Grand Rabbi Abraham Abba Leifer, and continued today by his son, Grand Rabbi Mordecai Yissachar Ber Leifer. Ashdod has many synagogues serving different streams of Judaism. The city is also home to the world's largest Kareti community, about 5,000 strong. There is also a Scandinavian Seaman Protestant church, established by Norwegian Righteous Among the Nations pastor Perfet Hansen. Many mayors have come and gone, including Dov Gur, Robert Hayim, Avner Garin, Ari Azula, Zivi Zucker, and Yael Lazary. Ashdod is home to the Israeli Andalusian Orchestra, which performs Andalusian classical music. It is an Arabic music style that originates from Moorish Iberia or Al-Andalus, has been jealously preserved in its original form by Arab and Jewish musicians of the Maghreb over the centuries, and has left its mark on the cante flamenco, the flamenco singing style perhaps better known in the West. The orchestra was awarded the Israel Prize in 2006. Ashdod also has one of the biggest open theaters in Israel, Amphi Ashdod, that can host more than 6,400 guests. The Amphi hosts Ashdod's International Art Festival, Mediterranean, the Mon Art Center for the Arts, which includes a ballet school, a music center, and the Ashdod Museum of Art, is a performing arts center which comprises different galleries, art schools, studios, and events. The ambitious architectural complex has been inaugurated in 2003. Theater and concerts are hosted in several cultural venues. The most important are performed at the Ashdod Performing Arts Center, a new 938-seat concert hall of distinct elegance and originality designed by Israeli architect Haim Dutton and inaugurated in 2012 in the city's cultural center. Ashdod plays host to many national and international music festivals, including the annual Super Jazz Ashdod Festival managed by Leonid Tashka. The Akadma Conservatory is a professional educational institute for music and performance studies based in Ashdod, operated under the supervision of the Ministry of Education. The Institute was established in 1966 and serves as a home for 600 young musicians in different fields. The Koren Mamam Museum of Philistine Culture is worldwide the only museum dedicated to this topic. It reopened in 2014 with a new interactive exhibit. The museum displays significant Philistine artifacts from each of the 5 cities in the Philistine Pentapolis. The Ashdod Museum of Art, located in the Monart Center, has 12 galleries and 2 exhibit halls. In an architectural echo of the Louvre, the entrance to the museum is through a glass pyramid. In 2003, the internal spaces of the museum were redesigned by the architects Eyal Weizman, Rafi Segal, and Manuel Herz. Ashdod's football team, FC Iron Ashdod, represents the city in the Israeli Premier League. The club is known for its successful football school. It is also home to Hapoel Ashdod FC, which plays in Lega Aleph. The city's top basketball team is Maccabi Ashdod. The men squad plays in First League, Israel's first tier league, and the women's squad, Maccabi Beno Ashdod, plays in top division. Ashdod plays host to many national and international sporting events, including the annual Ashdod International Chess Festival. The city has a cricket team, a rarity in Israel. It is run and organized by citizens of Indian descent. Ashdod's beaches are a venue for water sports like as windsurfing and scuba diving. The Ashdod Marina offers yachting services. Notable athletes from Ashdod include Vered Brashovsky from the 2000 Sydney Olympics and 2004 Summer Olympics swimmer, Alon Day, who was a professional race car driver, Alon Hazan, international soccer player, and Haim Revivo, international soccer player. Ashdod is twinned with Bordeaux in France, Bahia Blanca in Argentina, Los Angeles, California, and Tampa, Florida in USA, Wuhan, China, Spandau, Germany, Brest, Belarus, Batuma, Georgia, Zaporizhia, Ukraine, Atire, Kazakhstan, Arkhangelsk, Russia, Chisinau, Moldova, and Jermala in Latvia. Notable residents of Ashdod are Ophir Ben Shitrit, a singer, Alon Day, race car driver, Igor Olzhanetsky, Olympic weightlifter, Valery Panov, dancer and choreographer, Haim Revivo, footballer, Anna Zak, social media star, Dorit Revelis, a model, and Nir Bitton, a footballer. This is the biblical city of Ashdod, then and now. May God's blessings be upon you, and have a good day.